From a girl walking on the ceiling all the way to someone cycling on water, these are the world's most amazing talents and skills. So sit back, relax, and be amazed. Are you trying to fly without wings? Then try this soda method. Just don't try it at home. Watch this bounce juggler juggle 7 balls at an impossible speed. Your eyes may go out of focus, but your brain will still comprehend just how incredible this is. This guy heard that someone walked on water, so he decided to do us one better. He decided to walk in the water. Not only is he walking, but he's dancing in the most elegant way you can imagine. How is this even possible? Flyboards are cool, but this one is even cooler, especially since it's remote controlled. Amazing. Would anyone else like to know how this man is walking on narrow bars of steel without missing a step? We sure would. It looks like it could end painfully, but thankfully it doesn't. Whoever said you can't paint perfectly inside the lines was mistaken. Just look at this. While some of us can barely draw anything with our hands, here's someone who can draw realistic portraits with both hands and feet at the same time. She did it upside down too. This is the most skips done over a single rope in 1 minute. If all you see are kids flying, you're not too far off, because this is nothing short of extraordinary. This is Shrishti Sharma, who holds the world record for fastest time to limbo skate under 10 bars at 1.69 seconds. This is Song Yebo. He holds the world record for the fastest time to solve a rotating puzzle cube while dribbling a basketball. He did it all in 14.35 seconds. It's unbelievable. The goal of this test is to exit the maze without touching a cone, and this guy did it with such ease. Can you imagine the coordination it must have taken to do this? Talk about taking Dr. Driving to a whole new level. Can you stack 17 bolts on top of each other just by shaking them in a tube? This guy can, and it's nothing short of impressive. How many somersaults can you do in a row? This little girl can do 11 without taking a break. The flexibility required to do this is enough to make our joints ache just by watching it. Kudos to the first girl, because it takes superhuman strength to have so many people stacked on top of you and not cave in. Now, here's someone who can carry a whole bicycle in his mouth. Our condolences to his jaw muscles and teeth, but not only that, he can also do it while trying to balance on a round object. We can merely imagine the amount of time and practice that went into achieving this. Our respect goes to him. Someone jumping a rope while on a unicycle was not one of the things we thought we'd see today, but here we are. Do you think it's possible to make a portrait of Cristiano Ronaldo using only dice? Apparently, nothing is impossible. These two must have practiced over and over until they got this perfectly. Just look at how coordinated and brilliant they are. Tunai Solomon holds the Guinness World Record for the highest number of steps climbed on a ladder while balancing a ball on the head. You heard that right. He practiced this for 2 months until he was sure that he wouldn't fail. He made it to 150 steps in just 12 minutes and 30 seconds. He succeeded in inspiring people just as he wished. This is an incredible story of dedication. It's the story of Wallace Wong, who in 30 seconds sliced 160 cucumber slices. And he did it while blindfolded. Can you imagine that? He was awarded for his skill, speed, and practice with a Guinness World Record. It was amazing, and he definitely deserved the award. This is Zion Clark, the fastest man on his hands in the world. He made the 20-meter race in just 4.78 seconds. Talk about being extraordinary. The most people Bharati flipped over from a quarter pipe in roller skates by a female is 12. Mia Peterson holds the world record, and this is how she did it. This is Yadola Golami performing the highest running jump onto a platform of 1.35 meters. The determination it must have taken to achieve this with just one leg cannot be overemphasized. Did this man just jump over 11 stools joined end to end? Unbelievable! This is Hari Chandragiri from Nepal doing something incredible. He holds the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to descend 75 stairs on his hands. This is him completing the task in just 25.03 seconds. We can't even do that with our legs. This is the tallest wooden sculpture in the world, according to the Guinness World Record. It measures 25.11 meters and was sculpted by Valery Kunigel, Vahidis Tarulis, and Virginius Tarulis. It's amazing. You wouldn't want to encounter it alone in the forest, though. This was Bill Clark in 2018, ripping up 23 license plates in 1 minute. But there's even more. He later broke his own record by increasing the number to 29 2 years later. He dedicated his record to key workers dealing with the pandemic. This is Max Park, the fastest 3x3x3 rotating puzzle cube solver ever. He did this in 3.13 seconds. Imagine that! Can you crush 10 apples with your biceps in 1 minute? Well, Lindsay Lindberg, aka Mama Lou, can, and she did. She currently holds the world record. The longest distance to dismount and mount a moving bicycle without using the hands is 18.69 meters. The record is held by Loghan. How did he even do that? That level of balance is superhuman, to say the least. This is the tallest rideable unicycle in the world. It measures 9.72 meters and was built by Wesley Williams. Did your heart jump into your mouth just from watching this? Us too. It's one thing to shoot an arrow using your hands and hit the target. It's another thing entirely to hit a bullseye 18.27 meters away using your feet and bent over backward. This is Shannon Jones performing this almost impossible act. The record for the highest jump out of water using the monofins is 2.3 meters, and it's held by Omar Syed Shaban, who knew jumping out of the water vertically was a sport too. Here we have the tallest rideable bicycle at 7.41 meters, and it's a wonder. It was built by Adam Zadanovich. Can you imagine riding something so high even with a safety rope? We definitely can't. While some of us are struggling to shoot one arrow, this guy just hit 10 balloons at the same time. Now, here's a guy who can carry 14 bricks on his head all at once. His neck muscles must be made of steel to do this. Where was gravity when this guy was carrying out this unbelievable act? Someone please explain this. Can someone please call Picasso and tell him he's just been topped by a guy drawing on dusty cars with his fingers? Yeah, you heard that right, and we're just as amazed as you are. This footballer is proof that nothing is impossible, and that if you wanted to, you would. We found the guy who has the best knees in the world. How else could he do this? Did this guy just leave a rollerblade only to meet it several feet later? And he did it so smoothly that you could have missed it. Talk about impressive. This guy just took extreme sport to the next level. Biking on the edge of a very tall road is one of the most dangerous things a person can do. It takes a commendable amount of bravery to do such a thing. Now, here's another guy jumping onto a vertical log of wood while on a bike. Does anyone know where they get the audacity for these acts? Anyway, we hope that's the first and last time he tries that, for his safety. This guy probably decided that walking on water was too easy for him, so he decided to bike it. Just take a moment to imagine if this guy was your bartender. You get perfectly mixed drinks plus free entertainment. How does he even do that so smoothly? It looks like magic. Remember those stunts over buildings that they show in movies? It turns out that they're not impossible after all. Is this a form of exercise or a sport? Anyway, kudos to this man's knees, they're amazing. When he stacked up 7 dice on top of each other, you might have thought he was done. Turns out the real magic was just on its way. How did he do that? This is a steak pinwheel that's perfect for grilling multiple things. Apart from the tasty meal that came out of this, we have to commend the dog's discipline. Poor thing must have been salivating. These guys said kicking balls with their feet is amateur stuff, and so they decided to do it while on power bikes instead. We're not sure why anyone would want to stand on one wheel of a bicycle while jumping from bulldozer to bulldozer, but we have to say, it is impressive. It seems walking on a tightrope is now too easy, so this person has chosen to perform insane stunts on a very thin rope instead. How long do you think this guy spent in the jungle to be able to climb walls like this? Our bet is a long time. Vaishnavi Gupta holds the world record for the fastest time to climb the stairs while hula hooping. She did it in 14.84 seconds. The amount of training that must have gone into this alone is worth the award. Can you guess the highest number of free throws made in 1 minute while standing on one leg? The answer is 72, and the record is held by Anthony Miracola. This is Olga Henry, and she did 25 bum bounces on a slack line in 1 minute. But that's not all. She did it in high heels too. We can barely hit one, but this guy just broke 158 clay targets using nunchucks in 1 minute. His name is Muhammad Rashid, and look at the guy throwing them at him too. Physics has been taking lots of vacation these days, it seems. How else do you explain this insane performance? That guy's arms must be something else. How do you jump over something so tall and still maintain balance? We found the most professional of all professionals. Not only did this guy carry fire with his hand, but this is also the most insane performance ever. Someone please call the Avengers. We just found them some very worthy interns. Also, abs workouts just got upgraded. Thank these girls. Did someone turn gravity off? How is this girl sticking to the ceiling and moving around like everyone's spider roommate? So many questions, so few answers. Some say it's an upside-down house, while others can't believe their eyes. What do you think? Did this man just climb 15 steps in 2 jumps?